Hi, I'm Mark Fillion. I'm here with Julie Pleck. You're the executive producer of Vampire Diaries. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm a huge fan of the show. I have to ask you, though, have you heard about the recent news in the LGBT media about the Navy officers? One of them got kicked out of the Navy because he got caught watching Vampire Diaries and spending the night in somebody's room.
I did hear about that, and to quote Kevin, how dare anybody fall asleep watching the Vampire Diaries?
Well, I think that they were on a ship, so I would imagine that they probably got the DVDs, and so it was probably like a marathon.
Yes, maybe they were watching it for the fifth or sixth time, in which case I understand the boredom.
You're filming in Atlanta. Why Atlanta, of all places?
Well, Atlanta, for financial reasons, obviously, is really good for us because the state offers a good tax incentive, and so it makes you able to get a lot more bang for your buck, and you get to spend a lot more money and get a little bit of it back. But really, creatively, it's the best place for us because we get the opportunity to have these little small towns that seem really authentic, and these big, beautiful streams and waterfalls, and the kind of things that you just can't create in Los Angeles, and so it's been really beautiful for us.
Well, I noticed a lot of people that do the supernatural kind of genre, they choose to film out of Vancouver. Was that an option you were looking at, or was Atlanta, the offer was just too good you couldn't refuse it?
We shot the pilot actually in Vancouver and assumed that we'd shoot the series there, thinking that a southern town would be a little bit of a pipe dream, and then we were able to go to Atlanta and move ourselves there and get everything that we needed, and it's so nice to have a true authentic small town idea of the little towns outside of Atlanta.
Now, let me ask you a couple questions about the show. As a big fan, I want to know, are we going to see Klaus this season?
Yes, we are.
We are. And is he going to be a big name? Do we know, are we going to recognize him?
No, well, you might recognize him because he's not just off the boat, but he is a fresh face to a lot of people in television. His name is Joseph Morgan, and he's actually from the UK. And I'd only ever seen him in the Ben-Hur miniseries that they did a year or so back, but he's a great actor, a wonderful, good-looking guy, of course.
So Joseph Morgan, I'm going to have to go home and Google him right away.
Yes, you are.
So let me ask you another question. Why are all the witches African American?
Well, people ask me that, and I think that's like asking, is every I'm not even going to say that because no, here's the thing. Our witches, I actually don't think that it's a deliberate choice, only in that our witches, 95% of them are related.
Okay, so I was just wondering, are we going to see like an exposition, or are we going to find some kind of root in the past?
Well, no, I think in the same way that all the werewolf bloodline originates in a certain, going back hundreds and hundreds and thousands of years, there is a bloodline core there, but mostly, Bonnie is our witch, and then we have Graham's and her ancestor Emily, and, they're all connected. And
the Bennetts.
The Bennett witches.
And so I would imagine that we're going to see a huge throwdown between the werewolves and the vampires this season.
Well, we've seen the werewolves and the vampires kind of go toe to toe already, and the big question that remains this season is: are we going to see Tyler Lockwood again?
Hello, we better.
We better, right?
We better. Well, I want to thank you very much, and best of luck with the series.
Thank you so much. Thank you.